Sam Hutchison here outside Old Trafford in a very wet and windy day, a regular day out here in Manchester. Today we're asking fans about what their thoughts are for the next season, thoughts on the new signings, Højlund, Onana and Mount. Lots of fans have said they want a new centre-half, so we're down here to get opinions on that. We're hoping that we'll get some opinions on the coming season as well, expectations, and finally we're going to ask a lot about the takeover, what fans want to see from a takeover, if they've got any preferred parties, and what they'd like to see improvements made at the club. And finally, any other transfer business that Manchester United could do this summer. But without further ado, let's go and ask some fans. Expectations for the season?
Top four, FA Cup, and knockout stages of the Champions League.
And would you count that as a successful season?
It will be, yeah. It will be progress. We need. I hated City City won the FA Cup, if I'm being honest with you. So we need to win it back off them, to be honest. Yeah.
How many goals do you think Rasmus Højlund will score?
15, all comps.
Would that be successful for him?
To be honest, he's a player that I see as a development, and I see if he's on that trajectory. He scored 9 goals last season, 2 assists. He should be on that double figures this season, and the following season after that, when he gets used to Manchester, the whole setup of how Rashford plays and everything, then he should be on more like 20 plus goals. But now this season, I feel like it's a baseline for him to become better. Yeah. So he'll be someone perfect to run in behind, an extra person up front. 6'3", not bad to have up front. Pacey striker, that's what we were missing last season. I feel like last season we were, depending on Rashford too much. I feel like right now we have rotation. Anthony's injured. We got Sancho. If Rashford gets injured, we've got more players. We've got Garnacho. If we can rotate between Rashford and Højlund if we want, it will work out this season, to be honest.
And who would you like to see Manchester United bring in before the end of the transfer window?
Amrabat and another centre-back, because I feel like from what I've been reading, West Ham are going to take Maguire and McTominay. So Sofian Amrabat to replace McTominay as a replacement rotation for Casemiro. And I'll say in terms of centre-backs, I'll probably be looking at a young centre-back that we could probably use as an option.
Got any names on the top of your head?
In terms of names, everyone that we wanted has gone. Kim, Jay, Desai, all of them. I don't know any young strikers. In terms of young centre-backs, I would probably say we'll probably need to go for... Oh, God, I don't even know. Probably Alaba. I don't know. I don't know.
And have you got a preferred takeover party? Would you like to see the takeover happen? And
Qatar.
Who would you be?
Qatar. We need... Oil money competes with oil money. Yeah. With all due respect, I don't know too much about Radcliffe, but if he's going to... The takeover... is going to be Glazer 2.0, and we can't have another 17, 18 years of Glazer takeovers. We need money, and we need it fast. Success equals Qatar, that's all.
My name's David.
Where have you come from to watch Manchester United today?
Whitehaven in Cumbria.
And what are your expectations for the season?
Top 4, be happy with that, and hopefully a good run in the Cup.
Would that be a successful season?
I think so, yeah.
What about Europe? Any expectations there?
Well, quarter-finals, semi-finals. They're still a young side, so we just got to wait and see. Give the guy time.
And what do you want to see from Rasmus Højlund when he eventually is unveiled?
I think he needs time. Just like Rashford, I think he'll turn out a good one.
Yeah. And what would be a good season for him this season?
Just get among the goals, break double figures, be happy with that.
Right. And on a takeover, switching topics, onto a takeover, who would be your preferred party to take over at Manchester United?
The Saudis.
The Qataris, yeah.
The Qataris, yeah.
And why not Jim Ratcliffe?
Because the Glazers will be still in the background pulling the strings.
Yeah. Some bloke we've just spoken to said Glazer 2.0. Do you agree?
The what?
Glazers 2.0 would be Jim Ratcliffe. Do you agree?
Just out. Get out.
Just out.
Out.
You want him out of the club?
Yeah.
Completely. And how long have you been a Manchester United fan? All your life?
All I can remember, yeah.
What was your first game you remember watching?
Coming here, probably, I think it was Derby.
Derby.
Back in the 80s.
Lovely. So before the Premier League?
Or way
In the
before.
good old days?
Yeah.
And what's your favourite Manchester United memory?
Probably the first Premier League they won.
When was
then,
that?
In the 90s with Fergie and that. So.
And onto this summer, who else would you like to see Manchester United bring in or move on?
Kane.
You'd like to see Kane still?
Kane in. There's a few to go. Just getting shot at the minute.
Yeah. What would that be a successful summer? Do you think you've had a successful summer so far?
It hasn't been too bad. I just think if they fetch Kane in, we would stand a much better chance.
And what would you rate it out of 10 so far this summer?
8.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at
It's
all.
not been too bad.
Name and where have you come from to watch Manchester United today?
So I am Ethan Trent, and I am from Polton-Field near Blackpool.
Right. And what are your expectations for this season?
I expect a strong season for United. They've made some incredibly good investments and signings, and I think Højlund's gonna put in a good shift.
And what would be a successful season for Højlund this season?
At least 20-30 goals, I reckon.
Do you want to see 20 goals, yeah?
I do, yeah,
Do you
20
think
goals.
Do you think you can do that?
Yeah.
Because he only scored 9 last season for Atalanta.
I mean, it's a new environment for him, and he's got a stronger team around him in United now, so yeah.
And what would be a successful season for Manchester United? Do you think you'll be battling for the title or...?
Pushing for, second, I think, to be honest, yeah. And looking at Champions League success as well, so yeah.
What would equate to Champions League success?
Just a lot of teamwork, I think, putting in the effort and coming together and working together, yeah.
And before the end of the transfer window, is there anyone else you'd like to see come in?
We'll have to wait and see, won't we? I can't put any bets on it, so yeah.
Have you seen much of Sofian Amrabat? He's the current one linked to be the next through the door.
I mean, he had a really good run in the World Cup, especially. He's shown some signs of quality that he can bring, especially in terms of depth for United. So it'll be good to see what he can bring.
So, what is your name and where have you come from to watch Manchester United today?
My name's Judy and I come from Dover in Kent.
And what would be your expectations for this season from Manchester United?
We're going to be up there. First, second, we'll be up there. We'll show City. We'll show them.
And what would be a successful season for Manchester United?
Points. And goals.
Do you think you'll challenge for the title?
Absolutely. We'll be up there. First, second, we'll be there.
Are you happy with the summer business that's been done?
No. We still want Glazers out. Am I allowed to say that? We still want Glazers out.
Say whatever you like.
Right, yeah, we do. We want Glazers out. It's been going on far too long now. We just need them out.
And what would you rate the summer business so far, in terms of players more than a takeover?
Yeah, I was a bit surprised with the signing just recent. We do need another striker. I mean, Rashford is a machine. He's just a machine, but he can't do it all on his own. He needs help up there. Sancho, I loved Sancho, but he's just not come on how we expected him to play for us. I know he's been held back a bit. He had injury when he first came to us, but they just need another forward. And so fingers crossed.
And on a takeover, have you got a preferred party that you'd like to take over from the Glazers?
Well, it's got to be the Sheikh, hasn't it? It's got to be.
Qataris, yeah.
Got to be.
Why not Sir
Yeah.
Jim Ratcliffe?
It's not football. No. He's just. I know football, which is very unfortunate. Football has now become a business, but time moves on. We all have to get on with it, and I'm sure it's got to be the Qataris. It's just got to be.
And how quickly do you think this takeover will go through? Because it's been dragging out. But would you like to see it done sooner?
Absolutely. Of course. We just want Glazers out, done. They've got to stop being so greedy and just get out.
So, what's your name? Where have you come from to watch Manchester United today?
Yeah, my name's Sean, coming from London. We just came here with my family for the game today, yeah.
And what are your expectations for this season from Manchester United?
Well, hopefully a better finish than last season. So, although we finished third, I'm hoping for a good title challenge. Obviously, Ten Hag has got a few of his players in now. And yeah, we maybe a title challenge, maybe a couple trophies, yeah.
Would that be a successful season, a title challenge, deep cup run?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously City are the ones to catch. If we can get close to them for as long as possible, I think that'll be great. Yeah, maybe a FA Cup again, a good run in the Champions League. And yeah, I think that'll be quite a successful season. Yeah.
And how would you rate the summer transfer business? Højlund, etc.?
Yeah, so far so good. At least we got signings in quite early this time as well, which I think is a positive. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Maybe one or two more would be nice as well. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah, 8 out of 10.
You got any names floating around that you would like to see come in?
Amrabat, he's one of them. I think he'll be a great signing for us. And maybe another centre-back, a young centre-back or something.
Any names?
Any names? Oh, on the spot now. I don't even know,
There's not really many links going around.
Yeah, I mean, the ones we were sort of linked with have already gone to other clubs. So yeah, I mean, that's what the scout department is there for, to find these young up-and-coming players. So yeah, hopefully they can find someone like that.
And on a takeover, who would be your preferred takeover party?
I'm going to say the Qataris, Sheikh Jassim. He seems to be the one that's, I don't know, maybe the most keen and can bring the club forward. And yeah, so that would be my preferred one, yeah.
And what would be the hope under the Qataris? Say they were successful, what would be the aim? Straight back up there?
Straight back up, yeah. I mean, obviously improvements on the stadium, the training facilities, things like that. And yeah, we want to get back winning the Premier League, Champions League, and get back to where we belong, So I think they can bring that to us.
What's your name and where have you come from today?
Name's Nigel, from Ireland, but we live down in South Wales in Swansea. So, short 5-hour journey.
And what's your expectations for the season?
Oh, it's got to be a title, surely. Yeah.
All it'll do.
What else do you do? No point in aiming for anything less.
And do you think that's realistic? Do you think a title challenge is realistic?
Well, it has to be. Yeah, they got to do better than last year, and so yeah, you got to aim for the top.
So challenging Manchester City all the way throughout the season, because they're the team to beat at the minute, aren't they?
They'll be a bit tired from last year. Come on.
And did it hurt when Manchester City won the treble? How much did it hurt?
It takes the gloss off, doesn't it, a tiny bit, so we'll have to go again and get another one.
Yeah. And do you think, would that be a fantastic season? Is that beyond the realms of possibility?
Well, it doesn't get any better, really, does it? Unless you get 4, of course. But.
And what do you think of the transfers so far this summer?
A little bit quiet, but there's must be more money to spend. There's still a little bit of time, bit more strength and depth. And when you look at the benches of the likes of City, that's where you need to up your game, I guess, and compete.
And talking of money, takeover. Who would be your preferred takeover party?
So long as they're willing to spend money, not really bothered.
As long as the Glazers aren't here.
No comment.
You can say whatever you like, honestly.
That side of it I don't really think about too much. It's all about winning trophies and whatever brings that.
What happens on the pitch is more important.
I think so. Surely that's what the fans want, isn't it?
And if you were going to put your hat on either one of them, who would you want to put your money on?
For what now, sorry?
For a takeover.
I couldn't call it. Don't know.
And how many goals do you think Rasmus Højlund will score this season?
15.
Yeah, would that be successful? Would you be happy with that? £72 million coming in?
I think we've probably seen less goals from more expensive players, but the 72 million it's become an average now, isn't it?
Exactly.
So if you get 15 goals from an average, 15 goals isn't the worst start, is it?
And he's only young, so there's only places to go from there.
He'd be happy with that, surely.
And any more summer additions you'd like to see made, or any positions you'd like to see addressed before the end of the transfer window?
We sorted the keeper out. Another striker maybe, good backup striker.
Got any names?
No, not off the top of my head, sorry. I can't think that quick.
So what's your name? Where have you come from today?
My name's Bill. I've come all the way from Scotland for the game today.
And have you been a Manchester United fan all your life?
Indeed, I have, yeah. From going to school just up the road at Odsall there. So
you're from the local area, but you live in Scotland now, yeah?
Yeah. I married a wife from Scotland.
And this season, what would be a successful season for Manchester United?
Well, a successful season obviously would be to win the league and to do well in the Champions League.
Go on.
Win it if we can.
And what's the bare minimum of the season? What would you really want to see?
I don't know. I reserve judgment on a lot of the new players that are coming in and some of the younger players, whether they'll be consistent in their game throughout the season. But I don't know. I'm optimistic at this stage anyway.
And Rasmus Højlund's expected to be announced today. What would be a good season from him?
Oh, how about 25 goals? No, some goals. I mean, we need somebody just to finish, because they've been playing some nice football in some of the pre-season games, but just that finishing has been lacking, I think, yeah.
And for the rest of the summer transfer window, anyone you'd like to see come in or leave?
I don't know about leave. I think one or two seem as though they're out of favour now. So, I mean, but I think the boss is going the right way about trying to get a number of players in each position that can mix and match, and I think that's good.
Any names you'd like to see come in? Any positions you'd like to see addressed before the end of the window?
No, he seems to be. He's more knowledgeable than I am. He seems to know what he's doing, and I've got a great faith actually in his ability at the moment. So, fingers crossed.
And on a takeover, have you got a preferred party? What would you...
I don't know. That's a difficult one. It just seems to be dragging on and on and on, and that's not a good thing really. I think we need to get that sorted so we can get the season going off to a good start. Yeah.
Have you got a preferred party or not?
Sorry?
Have you got a preferred party or not? No, sorry.
Well, initially I thought Ratcliffe, but I understand that he's only prepared to buy part of the club, which would still leave the Glaziers involved. And I don't know, they're not my preferred option at all. So equally, I'm not over the moon about, Saudi or Qatari, whatever. So I don't know, but I wish they'd get it sorted quite quickly now so that we can settle down and get a decent season.
So what would be your expectations for this season?
Well, I'd like to see us win everything, but realistically, keep our place in Champions League, get as close as we can to City and Arsenal, and just hope that we play good football.
Do you think that's realistic, a title challenge this year?
Yeah, possibly, if we get everybody that Eric Ten Hag wants. I can't see why not. If he gets all his signings over the board. I think the takeover is very important as well to all that. And so as United fans, we're just hoping for the best.
And on a takeover, have you got a preferred party? What would you like to see happen at the club as soon as the takeover goes through?
Well, I just like to see the fans getting what they deserve for the money that we spend following United. I just want to see the money go back in to rebuilding the club and obviously the playing staff. I think we got the right manager now to take us forward. I just hope he gets the backing of the new owners.
And have you got a preferred party or not?
Yeah, I think at the moment now, I think I would rather see the Sheep get it. I did initially wanted to stay with Jim Ratcliffe, but hearing the talk about him wanting to keep the Glaziers at the club, I don't think that's good for anybody.
And how would you rate the transfer window out of 10? Are you happy with the signings that have come in?
Well, yeah, it's going great. I would obviously love to have seen Harry Kane, but realistically, Daniel Levy's not going to let that happen. So I think bringing in Rasmus is our next best option, and he's 20 years of age. I hope we can get a lot of good seasons out of him, along with Marcus, Garnacho. I think we could go places.
And what do you think about the signing of Mason Mount? Does that make you happy?
Great. I think he's a very, very talented boy. Lots of energy, lot of pace, and really it's about Eric Ten Hag getting it out of him what he wants. I think he'll fit. With Bruno, obviously, Casemiro, who I think have been the best signing we've had for a long time.
And would you like to see anyone else join the club before the end of the transfer window?
Oh yeah, the Moroccan boy, Amrat, I think he's very important. His style of play, I think we need somebody like that, very strong in the middle of the park. He could be a terrific signing for us.
So what's your name? Where have you come from today?
My name's Kevin, I'm from South Wales.
And what are your expectations for the season from Manchester United?
I think we're definitely going to finish in the top two. I think we push City all the way this year with the signings we've made. I can't see any reason why we can't push and win a bit more silverware this year.
And the signings that you've made, happy with them? Do you think anyone else should come in before the end of the window?
I know we've been linked with Amrabat, that he could be coming, but I think the signs we've made in Mount, Højlund hopefully is going to be here today, Onana in goals. I think we're going to be going in the right direction, definitely.
And what would be a really successful season for Højlund?
For Højlund, I think he's going to need minutes in a big club like this. Now he's going to need minutes with Atalanta. He was obviously playing week in, week out. He isn't going to get that year, I don't think, with the players that we got. But I think he's just got to be looking to get double figures for goals in the league. And then he's going to kick on from there. He's only 20 years of age, so we have to remember that. But look at Wayne Rooney when he was 18, the figures he was getting. So.
And on a takeover, you got a preferred takeover party? Have you got anyone you'd really like to see come in?
I haven't got a preference on this. I just want to take over. It's as simple as that. No preference. We need someone new in to take us on further. Obviously, things need upgrading. We need to keep up with everybody else in the league now, and it's just gone too far. We need this takeover to happen. Simple as. And
what are your expectations for today's game? What would you like to see? Anybody you'd like to see?
Yeah, so obviously I'd love to see the new signings. It would have been great to see Højlund on the pitch for sure, but I love coming to watch Bruno play. He's always entertaining to watch. Rashford and the Butcher at the back. I just love the Butcher. He's my favourite. So. And
Onana, do you think he'll be a massive upgrade over David De Gea?
I don't want to be disrespectful to David De Gea because I loved him being he is a legend for the club, the years he's been with us. But on Onana, yeah, I think he's the right keeper to take us forward. He's going to give confidence to those players at the back. I think that was evident in the game just last week with Maguire. He wants to demand the ball, he wants the ball, he wants the trust off his centre backs, and I think he's going to be good for us, 100%.
So where have you come from? What's your name?
We're from Southport, and my name's Mel.
And what would be your expectations this season from Manchester United?
Improve on last season, hopefully. We've built on what we already started building, so hopefully we can finish higher.
And what do you think of the transfers so far this summer? Højlund, Mount, Onana?
Yeah, good so far.
What would you rate them out of 10?
8 out of 10.
And would you like to see anyone else come in before the end of the window?
Yeah, probably another central defender. We need to maybe get rid of one.
I'd have had Harry Kane, mate. But there we go. Yeah. I'd have had Harry Kane.
And on a takeover, have you got a preferred party? What do you think needs to
anyone?
be happening?
Anyone. We just need to get them out. Just honestly, it's going on too long now, and they're dragging their feet. They need to be gone.
No preferred party, or just?
Probably the Qataris, but we just need the Glazers out. And a full takeover. No shareholders, just a full takeover.
Right, perfect. And what do you think of today's game? What were your expectations? Anyone you'd like to see? Score prediction?
Somebody wants to see Garnacho. I'm not sure. And we need to know his shirt number for this season because we're waiting to buy the shirt. Who are you hoping to see today?
Rashford.
And we're looking forward to Højlund being unveiled as well.
And Andre Onana, do you think it'll be a massive upgrade on David De Gea?
Hopefully. I mean, nobody can say De Gea didn't do his job. He's done a brilliant job for the time we've had him, but yeah, something fresh, try again. He's not going to take no messing from the defence either, is he? From what we've already seen.